like, oh yeah, I gotta watch the dry age MSG. Whoops, I misspelled that. MSG.
Thank you, Dow Strong, for sponsoring.
Dow Strong. We got knives. We got knife sponsorship. Holy shit. Very nice. Very nice. Sorry, I'm checking some stuff real quick. All right. Back to life. Back to reality. And yeah, let's see this crazy MSG dry age experiment. Let's see.
In this video.
It's MSG, bro. Monosodium glutamate.
MSG, also known as monosodium glutamate. To be more specific, it is the sodium salt of glutamic acid. MSG is naturally found in many foods we eat every day, including tomatoes, egg yolks, mushrooms, grape juice. Basically, it is in almost everything we eat naturally. Now, they usually make MSG out of fermented sugarcane or tapioca root. And today we're gonna use this stuff to dry age beef. The first thing I needed to—
Damn, I never even seen the crystallization of MSG. Holy shit. Yo, that's interesting. Damn. I was thinking it looked like more salt-like, but no, these crystals are so interesting. They're like longer than I expected. My goodness, and that's definitely what she said.
To find out is how fast it actually dissolves. And as you can see, as I put a little drop of water, it almost dissolves instantly. That is not a good thing. Since beef is almost 75% water, this is a big problem. But after doing so many dry aging experiments, I know exactly what to do. By adding a little bit of water to the MSG, I can actually make a paste out of it. As you can see, as soon as I start mixing it up, everything starts crumbling. This makes it a lot more pliable and ready to be applied to the beef. Because you know, if I just apply the MSG directly by itself, it will completely fall off. That is not what we're looking for. Now this, in the other hand, should work just fine. And for our beef, I'm going to be using this beautiful 3-bone rib roast.
Ooh,
as you can see,
nice.
It is a beauty. I have no idea what the MSG is going to do to it, but I'll tell you one thing I'm very excited to find out. So the first thing I did was to lay down a little bit of parchment paper. Then I applied a bedding of MSG. I laid the roast right on top and covered the whole thing with it.
Holy shit. With this, we're going to have to look at Uncle Roger's reaction to it, because I haven't really seen Uncle Roger. Oh, look at that.
That right there is something you might never see again. I like to call this the MSG dry age cake. Now the only thing left to do is to let it rest on my refrigerator for a total of 28 days.
Wow.
Once the time was up, I opened up my refrigerator and this is what I found.
Wow. What the hell?
The MSG completely transformed in something else. It almost looks like it had a chemical reaction. It first produced a crust and then it completely crumbled. But the most impressive thing to me is that when I look really close, it almost looks like popcorn. What in the world is that?
Insane.
But if you look closely, in some areas you can still see the intact MSG without nothing happening to it. But hey, the most important thing right now is to take the whole thing out and see what lies inside. And let me tell you something, as I'm doing so, this is a complete mess. My prep table has never been this messy. What a complete nightmare. And if you think that it's easy to clean off the MSG from the meat, no, it is not easy. I actually had to take it outside and use my leaf blower. But once I was done with the cleaning,
holy
this
shit.
is what it looks like.
Probably used compressed air. Wow, that looks pretty cool. Insane.
After dry aging so many different pieces of meat, this one is the prettiest one of them all. That looks phenomenal.
Definitely looks great.
And I cannot wait to find out how it's gonna taste. Talking about that, the next thing to do is to go ahead and slice it open, and as I did, whoa, That looks incredible. I mean, take a look at these steaks. That is exactly what I was looking for. It is what I like to call perfection. Dry-aged steaks do not look any better than this. Now, the outer skin must go, and it is what we like to call pellicles. They don't taste good, they don't look good, they just have to go. So I like to go ahead and remove almost all of it. And once I was done with the trimming, I was left with two beautiful steaks. And I'll tell you one thing, they feel extremely tender. I'm afraid that once I start cooking them, they will fall apart on me. So in order to ensure that that does not happen, I like to truss it with butcher's twine. And don't forget that I still have one more MSG dry-aged steak to experiment with. So let me know what you would like me to do with this one. But now going back to our beautiful steaks, I'm also going to be adding a fresh steak. This way we can have a true comparison and find out how much better the MSG dry-aged one is, or if it's just a complete disaster. Now for the seasoning, here's the plan. The fresh steak, I'm only going to throw in salt and freshly ground black pepper, nothing else. This one in the middle, I'm going to be doing the same exact thing with salt and pepper. But I have a feeling that the MSG really penetrated nicely and deeply into the meat and made it very salty. So for that, I'm going to keep one as completely unseasoned to find out how it's going to taste. So now that you know how this experiment is going to happen, the next thing to do is to go ahead and season it. And for that, I made sure to add plenty of salt and freshly ground black pepper. As always, I made sure to season both sides. The last thing we want is unseasoned meat. But now that we have all of these beautiful steaks ready, the next thing to do is to go ahead and cook them. And for that, I'm going to be first putting a strong crust on them. Once that's done, I'll be cooking them in indirect heat until I reach an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit. And for that, I'll be using my wireless thermometers. So now I say it is enough talking and it is time to cook these beautiful steaks. So let's do it.
I'm actually very curious. There they go. Woo. Damn. My goodness, dude. Watching these makes me really miss grilling, like a whole lot. God damn. That is extremely tender. Holy shit. That's some tender ass meat. That's some tender ass meat, dude. Holy fuck. And those are some good ass knives.
Experiment actually tastes. All right, everybody, here we have our beautiful steaks today.
God
Are you ready, Mama?
Look at
Why
that.
do I have a feeling this is an experiment?
Because I have more than one steak. If I just have one steak, it's just no experiment. But yes, I'm very excited about this experiment. Are you excited, Mama?
Sure.
Huh?
Let's go with it.
Sure. He said
When I
sure.
say stuff like that, Mama already starts getting skeptical. So we have three beautiful steaks for us to try.
They look really good.
I will tell you right away, this is our control steak.
Okay.
And then the variations is these two. I want to know if there's any difference between them.
All right.
Are you ready?
Sounds good.
Cheers, everybody. That just put a smile on my face.
Perfect one.
Insane. Insanely good.
Tender. Super flavorful. I'm not gonna say beefy.
Not beefy.
Super flavorful. Beefy too, but I'm not gonna say it.
That is an amazing steak. That's
You
all
said
you have to
beefy
say
already.
about that. It is the way it's supposed to be, a nice, pronounced char. You know what I mean? That's what I
Heck
like.
yeah.
Very nice.
Heck yeah.
I'm excited for the second one. You ready?
Let's go.
All right, let's go. Cheers, everybody.
No salt.
Yeah, definitely no salt at all.
No salt at all. Tender. Unique flavor. But it's missing a lot of salt. What do you think?
Like, wow.
Huh?
The salt makes a huge difference.
And the salt makes different. But it's nice. It's a tender steak. But there is no seasoning yet, so you can't really taste it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be honest,
Interesting.
I thought that this steak here was going to be extra salty. And you're going to find out really soon why. But, guys, there is no seasoning at all.
Okay, that's
It is
pretty interesting.
Nice, tender, a wonderful flavor, but there's no seasoning. So, I know what you're thinking. You know what I'm thinking. You ready for this one? Huh? Cheers, everyone. Cheers.
And then this one is salted.
Oh, that's a different steak. In a very nice way. That's a very nice steak. What do you think, Mama?
Wow. There's something different over there. What is it?
Uh-oh.
Man, that's
nice.
amazing. Okay,
That's that
this is what's
MSG.
happening in my mouth. As I'm taking bites, my cheek is squeezing. Like, it feels weird right here on my cheek. It's squeezing
It's
my
that MSG,
cheek
bro.
to have more flavor.
That crack.
I don't know how I can describe that. Mama, which one do you prefer?
That one.
Damn, very nice.
Yeah, bye, Mama. My cheek's still squeezing. That's a weird feeling. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's like, you know.
It's like the little muscles that
Yes.
where the push the saliva on your
Yes.
mouth.
Wow.
They're like,
doing it to you too?
now this last one, I really got it.
Yeah, it's like it's doing like this. My saliva glands, I
gland.
guess. I don't
Holy
know what
shit,
it's
very
called.
nice.
It's really squeezing it.
I'm going back for more.
It is not
damn.
salty, which you might be thinking why. I gotta tell you why.
If anything, I would put just a little bit more salt.
And even more salt. I'm
I
gonna,
like it salty.
This one I dry aged with MSG.
What the heck?
With MSG.
His
Some bites, I
reaction
get it,
to that.
They don't feel any different at all.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I bought it, and it was like, it's MSG.
Yeah, welcome. There is no dry age taste.
No.
Yeah, absolutely not. If you're thinking there's gonna have a dry age taste,
Interesting.
no. I don't know if there's any bad thing that you shouldn't do it at home, which you probably shouldn't use that amount of MSG.
Yeah, that's way too much MSG.
Yeah, you
dude.
gotta be
Dangerous.
careful with MSG. But I wanted to find out exactly what happens. And if you ask me if it makes a better steak, absolutely, it makes a better steak. Anyway, guys, these are the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Yeah,